Всем привет, с вами Жнец, мы продолжаем играть в Elex. Мы по-прежнему находимся в Купольном городе. Командор Джакс по-прежнему сохраняет нейтралитет. Продолжаем гулять по городу, выполнять задания. В конфликте между клириками и изгоями я предпочитаю выбрать сторону клириков. Хотя планирую вступить в изгои. Считаю так правильно. Понятно. Это из-за того дробовика, который я стащил. Берсерки. Квартал берсерков. Ё-моё. Ну ладно, там ничего интересного все равно нет. Внимание, горы. Это еще одна таверна. Тут сундук. Никого нету. Замечательно. А ну, с тобой я разговаривал. Альпс справляют нужду. Альбы тоже люди.
If even half of that is true. I told him he can forget about that.
Page.
Huh. What do we have here? Fresh meat?
Paige? It is Paige, right? I haven't seen you in a long while.
That's because I get out of the way every time I see you coming, Ray. How did you get the guard to let you into the dome? I'd watch out. They're probably trying to recruit you. You wouldn't be the first to come here looking for shelter only to end up bowing down to Kalan. However you got in, you're going to find it even harder to get out. The clerics are a little jumpy at the moment. You might say paranoid. So when they do let someone in, it does make me wonder who they are and why the clerics thought letting them in was a good idea.
Если в город так сложно попасть, тогда что ты тут делаешь?
It's so hard to get in. What are you doing here?
I got in before things got so paranoid. And I came here for profit, of course. Lots of nervous people close to the Alps tend to be willing to invest shards in their safety, you see. And getting hold of supplies is hard out here. So, if you can get them, you can sell them for a high price. Well, that was the plan. Now, the clerics have stopped me trading and cut off all the supplies.
Где ты берешь товары?
Where do you get your goods from?
Mostly directly from Tavar. And that's the main problem. Seeing as the clerics have got picky about who comes in and goes out of here. It's impossible to get by the guards without an ID card. And they took mine from me as part of their crackdown. Now they say I'm causing trouble. But what else is a businesswoman supposed to do when she has her business taken from her?
Так, насчет запрета на торговлю.
About your trade ban.
Yeah, don't tell me. Trading weapons can pose a danger to the community. But this is about self-defense. The only person who can stop a person with a gun is a person with an even bigger gun. Am I right? I mean, what? Are we supposed to throw rocks at the Albs when they attack? But the clerics want to keep all the guns for themselves and screw the rest of us. They call it neutrality, but I say it's oppression.
А чего еще ты ожидала? Это было глупо.
What else did you expect? You've been stupid.
I'm not going to argue with you on that. Still, let's say he's right, and that I could get a hold of supplies. Not from Tavar, obviously. They've blocked that route. Let's say I could get some weapons from these separatists, for example. Let's say they have weapons and need shards, and that they also have the business acumen of a stunned troll, so they need a salesperson. Me, for example. What if I was to say that? And what if I was to say that I have to find someone who could enter and leave this city freely? If I was to say that, then what would you say?
Я бы сказал, что ты играешь с огнем.
I'd say you're walking a dangerous line.
I can't leave without profit. Hell, right now I can't eat without profit. So I need this deal. So if you blab, what have I lost? Nothing. And without any guns to show, it's just your word against mine. And even Alois isn't going to see that as justice.
Я мог бы помочь тебе достать оружие.
I could help you get your weapons.
Good. Right. So, this is what you need to do. Leave the city and find a separatist called Radok. I think he's a separatist. But whatever he is, he's a mad fucker. I can't make sense of most of what he says. But he has the weapons and he likes trade. I think he likes trade. It's hard to tell. He wants to sell the weapons, but you'll have to work on him, okay? He won't just hand them over.
Сомнительная сделка. Где мне найти Рейдока?
Where can I find Radok?
Up in the Highlands. When we last spoke, he told me he was going to head over to the northeast. He mentioned an abandoned wind turbine. With luck, he'll still be out there.
Did you mean to do that?
Но я не буду ей помогать, потому что всем, кто играл, известно, что будет, если я помогу изгоям раздобыть оружие. Замечательно.
Easy.
Шапка механика. У меня, по-моему, такая есть. Или у меня есть шапка шахтера. Ну-ка. Прикольно. Но мне очки больше нравятся. Хоть у очков броня 0. Так. О, у меня есть еще одни очки. На короткое время сделает обыкновенные предметы заметнее. Ух ты, круто. Я считаю, что эти очки очень полезные. Пропаганда. Очень полезные очки. Я вижу, что можно стащить. Стражники. Не помню, где их раздобыл. Значит, где-то раздобыл. Ну, вряд ли я их купил. Памяти нет. Отвали, тупой клириковский осел. Ночной стражник, ночная смена отдыхает. Круто. Отвали. Ё-моё. Да что ж ты, блин. Не могу через куст перепрыгнуть. Да ну нафиг. Внимание, воры. Кругом воры, блин.
Hey, you.
Опа.
Let me guess. I'm not allowed into the upper quarter?
What? No, everyone's allowed to move about freely here. I just have a question for you. You got here recently, right? I just want to know what things are like outside the dome. What's going on up there? Are the Alps attacking?
Так. Рейды случаются, но крупных нападений за последнее время не случилось.
There are raids, but there have been no major assaults recently.
I'm sure that's just the calm before the storm. I just hope the dome holds. There's a lot of people depending on this dome of mine, so they pass us by like a river around a rock. Kalan gave us the knowledge, and now look what we've achieved. A safe harbor for all people. The clerics and Ignidons say we've strayed. I say we've found the true path.
Ты создал купол?
You built the dome?
I designed the plans for it. Then we built it together. My name is Eric, by the way. Chief engineer here in the dome. I'm in charge of all the generators and technicians who oversee them.
Почему клирики не соорудили такой купол в Игнадоне?
Why don't the clerics have a dome like this in Ignidon?
The dome requires immense amounts of energy, and the fluctuations in it have to be constantly balanced. The technology is complex. That means there's no way to cover the Hort with a shield like this. Besides, the cliffs around Hort give it a natural protection.
Купол способен выдержать атаку альбов.
Can this dome survive an alb attack?
Of course. Why do you think we built it? As long as we can maintain a constant energy flow, then they can't get in. Unfortunately, achieving that isn't so easy. Some of the energy regulators are starting to malfunction again.
Я могу починить регуляторы энергии.
I can repair the energy regulators for you.
Thanks for the offer, but that's not necessary. I've already repaired the components. They just haven't all been installed yet.
Насчет сломанных регуляторов энергии.
About the broken energy regulators.
Что будет, если их не починить?
What will happen if they aren't repaired?
If just one regulator fails, it could mean an emergency shutdown for the dome. Otherwise, the discharge it would create could kill a whole lot of the people the shield is supposed to be protecting. But whether it's a discharge or an emergency shutdown, both scenarios would see us defenseless.
Сколько всего сломано регуляторов?
How many energy regulators are broken?
Well, all of them. I've sorted replacements where I can. But Lutz hasn't received his yet.
Я тебе помогу с регуляторами энергии.
I will help you with the energy regulators.
I wanted to do it myself, but do you really think you could handle it? So, let's find out who you are. You should go to Ignadon one day. You could be a good cleric. Yeah, I know I left Ignadon behind, but they could offer you better training than I could. I have the energy regulator here. Please, take it to Lutz and help him to install it. Come back to me when you're done.
Замечательно. Взял очередное задание. Меры безопасности.
Hey, you. I heard you speaking to Eric. He gave you an energy regulator for the dome, right? Give it to me, will you? Very soon now, you're going to need the right sort of friend, and giving that to me will earn you that.
Зачем тебе регулятор?
Why do you want the regulator?
Haven't you noticed the tension here? All the anger and the plotting? It scares the hell out of me. So I want a way out of here if things go wrong. A sort of back door. I want to modify the regulator so I can drop a section of the dome and get out if things go bad. Let me modify it. Then I'll give it back to you so you can get it to where it needs to be. You've got to see why I'd want a way out, yeah? So do we have a deal?
Не. И что мне будет, если я тебе помогу?
What's in it for me if I help you?
Profit is profit. I respect that attitude. What do you think about 100 shards?
Не. Я не отдам тебе регулятор.
I won't give you the regulator.
Then you've blown your chance. And don't come back to me and ask for help when no one will let you out of here.
Насчет Брабака.
About Brabak.
По поводу Брабака не волнуйся, он оставит тебя в покое.
You needn't worry about Brabak. He'll leave you alone.
Leave me alone? He won't do that while he still draws breath. Oh, please tell me you didn't appeal to his conscience. He hasn't got one.
Don't worry. I made things clear to him. He won't be back.
Well, okay. Thank you. Thank you. That's what I wanted to hear. Wow, I might actually live through this year now. Thank you. Thank you. Here, this is for you.
Давай торговать.
Let's trade.
Okay.
Всякий отстой.
You were lucky.
Меня прислал Эрих.
Eric sent me.
Thank Kalan. Do you have the energy regulator?
Yes. Here.
Perfect. That looks great. Thanks. Thanks for getting that. I'll install it immediately. You better get back to Eric. You can tell him I'm putting it in right now.
Если бы я отдал регулятор изгою, куполу бы пришел бы конец, и его захватили бы Альбы. Я думал, он за мной бежит. Луц получил регулятор энергии.
Lutz has the energy regulator.
Good. The dome should be more stable now. I thank Kalan for sending you.
Замечательно, задание выполнил. Ладно, в общем, на этом мы завершим сегодняшнюю серию. Благодарю всех за внимание. На сегодня у нас все. Надеюсь, данное видео вам понравилось. Всем пока.